Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Shadow Box Extra Tall with Slate Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 302609. Also, smaller versions of these, check them out if you get a chance. That slate that's on this fixture is actually quarried in Castleton, Vermont, which is a part of the Slate Belt of Vermont that runs along the border with New York State in the southwestern part of our state. Very cool. If you ever get a chance to come up, all those little slate towns are very interesting to kind of go through. Let's get into details about it. 45 inches tall, 13 inches wide, and the projection from the wall coming out is only 5.4 inches. The back plate on this, and that's going to be what goes on your junction box, is coming in at 12.8 by 4.9. Mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the box, is coming in at 23 inches. It kind of makes this a center mount. I want to show you more information about that, and how we do it is we look at the install sheets. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how easily it goes together. But it's also going to show you some detailed drawings of the inside of the back of this and the back plate, how it goes onto here. So take advantage of all of that. Okay, some other little tidbits about this. 23.4 pounds, so it's made out of aluminum. It's not that heavy. However, it does have that stone on the front. On top of the housing that's going to be holding these things, you've got a clear cast glass piece that's going to keep rain from getting inside. As far as this goes, when we get into what you can put into this, you've got two of these. You've got one facing up, one facing down, and it's a medium base. It's called also an E26. Just takes a regular screw-in bulb, which only takes 2 seconds to do that, obviously. The nice thing about this as well is it takes a big bulb. A19 is the size bulb we all grew up with. It's just a normal size light bulb. It's going to be in that housing, so you're not going to be able to see it. So you could use these kind of traditional LEDs if you want. I tend to favor these kind of LEDs. They're called phosphorus ones. They have the little phosphorus things going through them. The other reason I like these is because they tend to come in more options as far as color and equivalent of power coming out of them. We'll call it light. So I found these up to 150 watt equivalent at Walmart in Vermont, believe it or not. So that was good to go there. And you've got two of these, don't forget. Again, one facing down, it's going to push a lot of light down, wash the wall and put light down on the ground. The other one will push light up and wash that wall as well, which is really nice. But anyway, if you're going to be doing this, I would probably do a couple things. If you're going to be using this outside, you don't necessarily have to get a dimmable version of it. If you're going to be using this inside or in a place like a covered porch or maybe around a pool, I would definitely get a dimmable version of it. And we talk about the color of the light that comes out of these things all the time. They're going to offer these to you in things like 2700 Kelvin. That's the color of light of the setting sun. They're going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it should be warm, but it is not warm. That is that bluish white light, like an overcast day or like a convenience store. That's that cooler light. That's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white or soft white, and that's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. That's 3000 Kelvin, and that's what this is. And this is the one that I got at Walmart. I also have found these at Lowe's, Home Depot. I found them at True Value hardware stores. So if you want to go to those little hardware stores, they're going to have these easily. I've also found these at my grocery store in Vermont. So that tells you how easy it is to get bulbs for this. It just depends on where you're going to be using it, whether you get the dimmable versions or not. If you are, make sure you tell your installer you're using dimmable LEDs. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that, and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.